Dudes, welcome to our favorite way to cook the humble courgette.
Also known as zucchini, they're in season normally around early summer. And when they're in season, if you have a neighbor or someone in your family that grows veg, they will be offering you so much courgettes because anyone who grows courgettes, they typically have a bounty and they all come together.
It's such a prolific plant. So this is our favorite way of cooking it. It's simple, it's quick, it's easy, and how you serve it is super, super important.
Most people struggle with courgettes because they're quite moist and they can be soggy and they can lose texture. Here we're gonna char it. By charring it unlocks its sweetness and really delivers huge flavor here. So first step, we're gonna chop our courgette in half. Just chop that, the nose off. It can be a little bit woody. We're just gonna chop it down the center. So here we're gonna score it just to allow the heat to transfer right into the center. So we're gonna just score it into a crisscross fashion. I'm trying to go in reasonably deep, but not too deep that it will lose its texture.
So we're gonna salt it just to help. As we said, courgettes are probably 98% water.
So what we're trying to do initially is to draw the moisture out and then get the char in it.
We're gonna pop a pan on high heat just so that it is nice and hot by the time we're ready to char it.
Okay, in terms of dressing this, we've got 1 tablespoon of sesame oil. We've got 1 tablespoon of tamari or soy sauce, whichever you have will work fine. That's gonna bring that umami note.
Tamari is gluten-free and it's got a nicer taste, we believe.
1 tablespoon of maple syrup. And we've got half a teaspoon of
smoked paprika, which you're adding with your knife.
Yes, indeed.
Like a class act. There's a class act.
Take a pastry brush and give it a nice brush.
That was 1 teaspoon of smoked paprika, just to clarify.
It was about half a teaspoon.
Or like a tenth of a small carving knife.
That's exactly it.
The tip of a carving.
So take your courgettes and you're just going to brush it. And the pastry brush is just going to allow you to try to get it into those cracks and really try to get flavor in here.
Okay, so there's 3 phases of this cooking. So very simple. All we've done is we've chopped the courgette in half. We've kind of chopped into use it in a searing crisscross manner. We've made a dressing. 1 part oil, 1 part maple syrup, and 1 part tamari with a teaspoon of smoked paprika. Mixed it all together, and we've brushed it. Half teaspoon. And we've brushed it with a pastry brush. Okay, so pan's heated up now, and we're going to simply add our courgettes.
Just be careful there. So we're nearly getting a bit of color there. When you do turn it back over, just take your pastry brush. We're really, what the oil is going to do is it's going to bring a richness. As Dave mentioned, courgettes or zucchini are about 90 to 95% water. So they're very low in fat and calories. And fat just will help deliver more satiation and more flavor really in essence. We have fried that for approximately 3 minutes. The challenge here is that the back part of the courgette isn't cooked and the front is starting to sear. So now we're going to move from frying to steaming. So take the lid of your pan, take approximately 50 ml of water, we're going to pop that in. That's going to steam and we're going to trap it. So we're going to leave that.
Steam is a much more effective way to cook because water conducts temperature 20 times more effectively.
At least 20 times.
At least 20 times more effectively than air. So by steaming, the heat intensifies, the courgette will soften and become much more melt in your mouth like. So very, very important step.
We're going to leave this cook for approximately 3 to 4 minutes and the steam is just going to ensure the courgette is cooked all the way through. This vid is sponsored by Vivo Barefoot. When you look at this shoe here, you'll see the toe box is restricted, reducing my foundation and my grip of the ground, also not using as much muscles in my feet. Versus with Vivo Barefoot, they fit the shape of my shoe, so there's a larger toe box so I can engage more of my feet, have a better foundation. They're all we wear. Use the code HAPPYPEAR20 to get 20% off. We love them. Link down below.
While our courgette is steaming for the 3 minutes, we're just going to show you how we plate it up. So take a nice big plate. I like a kind of nice presentation style plate.
Take whatever type of pink hummus you have. We're going to use our own sweet pea hummus. Any type of hummus that you like. In essence, what this is going to provide a backdrop. It's going to turn what could be just a courgette that will be a side dish into a centerpiece dish.
This is starting to stick a little.
Okay, so take your sweet beet hummus or hummus of choice. Roasted red pepper also works great. We do the lovely roasted red pepper hummus.
Or you could use whatever you want here, like a pesto, a hummus. We're using our sweet beet hummus because it's got that beautiful contrast in color, which obviously in terms of presentation, color is super, super important.
So just spread your beet hummus around to the edges, and this is going to be the backdrop that's going to provide texture, acidity, brightness, more richness to our courgettes, just to turn it into a more complete dish. Okay, we've left our courgettes or our zucchini cook for around 4 to 5 minutes. We just want to make sure they're soft. Right now we want to evaporate this moisture before we finish off the charring process.
Oh, that looks stunning, doesn't it?
So what we're trying to do, you'll see the courgette has opened up. It's a lot softer. What we want to do is really evaporate this moisture so that we can move from steaming into frying again. And we want to get char on this. Because you'll see there's a lot of moisture on the surface and we want to really char it.
And in case you're wondering what char is that black caramelization. Just a hint, that golden black, which is really a great indication of flavour development.
So take our dressing and we're really trying to get as much of that into the surface.
And note the way the courgette has opened up a lot more, that it's kind of, as it's been steamed, it's really opened up, it's become softer and more succulent, which is not typically associated with a courgette. People typically find courgettes, oh, they're a bit watery, bland and insipid, whereas we are infusing this with deep flavour. Final brushing before we char, final char.
And really
the colour is just fantastic. Like it looks much more like you'd imagine an eggplant or an aubergine. And ladies and gentlemen, our courgette.
Time to finish this dish.
Yeah. So see our courgettes. Look at that, for just stunning. We're going to plate this up.
I'm going to pop 2 of them on the pan.
On the plate.
Now to finish this and just to add, so hummus will approximately, I know this is our hummus, will have approximately about a 20% fat content. The courgettes will still be relatively low in fat, so a way to add more satiation and more complexity to the dish is we're just going to drizzle over a little bit of tahini.
So this is, if your tahini is quite a tight tahini, you can just add a little bit of water to it or a little lime to it. This is quite a runny tahini, so make sure that you can drizzle it. But by drizzling, you're getting a beautiful effect here, and you're getting that delicious contrast of colour. So now you've got a centerpiece dinner, which took us 10 minutes to make, and it's banging full of flavour, and it celebrates the humble courgette. Okay, final taste test. So as we said, this is kind of essentially how to turn a courgette into an aubergine. That's what I think.
It's how to make courgette sing. It takes 10 minutes, it makes it a centerpiece dish, and it's delicious. And like, it's not a soggy, wet courgette, it's delicious.
Oh, and with the beet hummus, it looks fantastic.
No. Nice.
Beautiful flavour. There's a nice bite at the back of the green part of the courgette. Stunning flavour, delicious texture.
Hasn't gotten soggy.
Very tasty dish. Simple. It'll take you somewhere between 10, maybe 12 to 15 minutes. Presents fantastic, a real centerpiece dinner again. And yeah, just use your own store-bought hummus, and that's the best way.
Or use our happy hummus.
Yeah, use our happy hummus, our sweet beet hummus. But that's our absolute favourite way to use courgette. Thank you for watching. We're Dave and Steve from the Happy Pear, all about helping you to eat more veg. We've got tons of dinners.
We have a farm, so courgettes are in season right now. You don't need a farm to make this.
And if you want to learn more and be part of our community in a more meaningful way, we've got a recipe club where there's a full community there. We've got over 600 recipes and the full support to help you to eat more veg on a daily basis. So thank you for watching and sending loads of love.
Cheers. Bye.